Hello everyone. Children, do you know that we are going to start today with a new chapter? And the name of the new chapter is chapter number 11, Forest and Wildlife. Children, what do you know about forest? What do you know about wildlife? Do you know anything about natural resources? Let's learn everything and all the interesting facts about this chapter in a new way. That means we will be studying through our video. And children, this is the first part of our video. So, the things we are going to learn today will be the introductory part of the chapter. Then we will see Forest of India. That means we will see different types of forest. Then we will see how important forest in our life is. So let's start first with the introductory part of this chapter. Children, do you know that our country is rich in natural resources? Natural resources means those resources which are not man made, which are naturally obtained. That means it is God gifted, like rivers, mountains, then the coal, petroleum, diamond, gold, everything. So, our country is very, very rich in this type of natural resources. Forest, wildlife, minerals, soil, and water are some of the natural resources which are present in India. Not only mountains, we are having forests also, wildlife also, minerals, as I told you, gold, petroleum, coal, soil, then and water. These are the natural resources which are available in India. Natural resources, children, these natural resources are of two types: exhaustible resources and inexhaustible resources. Now, you might be thinking, what is this exhaustible resources? Let's see about it in detail. Children, natural resources which are limited in quantity are called exhaustible resources. That means those resources which are limited in quantity, which can be finished when we will use it more than its requirement, more than its production, like coal. If we use coal in large quantity, then it will be exhausted one day, and those resources which exhaust one day, which are in limited quantity, are called exhaustible resources. Petroleum and coal are the examples of exhaustible resources. Children, it can be asked and fill in the blanks. Dash and dash are the example of exhaustible resources. So, petroleum and coal. Now, what is inexhaustible resources? Those which are present in plant, not reduce in quantity even after continuous use. That means when we use it for more than one time, two time, then also it will not reduce in its quantity. But and it's present in plenty, means we are having enough of it. So that is known as inexhaustible resources. Now, can you think of such resources, example of such inexhaustible resources which are which are plenty, and it will not reduce even after its continuous use? Can you think about some of those resources? Yes, it is one of the most fine example of it is sunlight. Air and sunlight are the example of inexhaustible resources. As much we will use, it will not over. Can you think that do you think that once or twice we use sunlight, then it will get over? No, it will never get over, right? If for the same way of the air will also not get over if we reuse, we use it continuously. So these are the examples of inexhaustible resources. Now we will see forest of India. Children, there are so many forests in India, but there are different types of it. Now let's see the types of forest also. Do you know what is the exact meaning of forest? A large area of land that is thickly covered with trees and shrubs is called a forest. That means there is a suppose there is a big area of land and that is covered with trees and Shrubs means small plants. So that particular area of land is called forest. Now, what are the types of forest? First one is deciduous for evergreen forest. Then there is the deciduous or monsoon forest. Then thorn and scrub forest and mountain forest. And last one is tidal or mangrove forest. So, which are the types of forest present in India? Evergreen forest, deciduous or monsoon forest, thorn and scrub forest, mountain forest, tidal or mangrove forest. Now, why the forest is so much important in our life? Gives to us. Children, forests are important to us in many ways. First and the foremost important ways is trees and plants gives us oxygen to breathe. Wow, very beautiful, right? They gives us oxygen to breathe and they take away carbon dioxide from us. When we breathe, we take oxygen in and leave the carbon dioxide, release the carbon dioxide. So from where we get such oxygen to breathe? From trees and plants. Next is we get firewood, timber, paper and medicinal herb from forest. Neem, tulsi are the example of medicinal herbs which we get from the forest. Forests are home to different types of wild animals and birds. That means that when thick forest is there, there are many types of different species living in the forest. Species of animals, different types of birds, they live in forest and that is their home, right? The roots of the trees hold the soil together. Now, what it means? They prevent the soil from being washed away during heavy rains. Now, when a particular tree is very strong and it's growing, they are having their deep roots into the soil. Now, because of these deep roots, they hold the soil together and makes a layer of soil on it. So, when the rain falls, because of different layers of soil, the soil will not get washed away because of heavy rains and soil will remain fertile. So in this way, uh, plants and trees help us to make our soil fertile and not being washed away. Then forests keep the surrounding areas cool. Do you remember that many people take the shelter under the tree? Why they do so? Because it gives them coolness. It makes them feel comfortable. So forests also keep the surrounding areas cool. Forests also help to make the soil fertile that we have already seen. Forests help in bringing more rainfall to region. If there are no trees, it will become dry. Now let's take example of Rajasthan. Rajasthan do not have so many trees and so many forests. Why? Because it does not have rainfall also. So if there is no trees in a region, it will become dry land like desert. Now let's study about the types of forest in detail. First one is evergreen forest. Now children, as the name says evergreen. Why it known as evergreen? Because in this forest there are different types of trees. So these trees do not shed their leaves at once and they shed their leaves at a different time. One group of tree will shed their leaves at particular time. At the same time, another tree will have new leaves. So in this way, this forest will remain evergreen. Children, these trees are found on the Western Ghats, the Northeast India, and the Andaman and Nicobar Island, where it is found on the slopes of Western Ghats, then hills of northeastern India, and the Andaman and Nicobar Island. Children, do you know these forests are very dense and the trees of these forests are very tall? As I told you, these trees do not shed their leaves at once, and when one group of trees shed their leaves, the other group will have the new leaves. So they will look evergreen throughout the year, right? And which are the trees found over here? Rosewood, bamboo, ebony, and mahogany. These are the types of trees which are found in evergreen forest. Now, next is deciduous or monsoon forest. Children, these types of trees are found in Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, and many states in Peninsula Plateau. And do you know what is the importance or main feature of this tree? This tree shed their leaves during the dry season. Dry season means they are not having that much wetness in it, and they at that time they will shed their leaves. And some trees found here are mahua, sandalwood, sal, and teak. And sandalwood is specially found in Karnataka. Again, it can be asked in fill in the blanks that sandalwood is found in dash. So you will write Karnataka. Next one is mountain forest. What do you know about mountain forest? Children, mountain name as suggests Himalayan regions and parts of Nilgiri hills. These trees are found on mountains of Himalaya regions and Nilgiri hills. And no trees grows on the snow covered mountains. Obviously it is so cool that plants also or trees also cannot survive. So when there is snow, the trees will not grow. And these trees are also very tall, and they are big, and they have cones. What is cones? That cones, do you know ice cream cone? They are actually pointed from down. In the same way, leaves of these trees are also pointed or needle like leaves. And which trees grow over here? Pine, spruce, deodar are some of the trees which grows over here. Last one is tidal or mangrove forest. Children, these trees are found in the delta region of Ganga and Brahmaputra river, that is in West Bengal and Bangladesh. Children, what do you know what we call Ganga and Brahmaputra delta? Yes, that is called Sundarban delta. That's why only the Sundarban delta is found over here, and we are having so many trees in this forest, and this tree is named as Sundari from the Sundarban delta. These trees are also found in some parts of Gujarat and the Andaman and Nicobar island, and they are also very dense. These trees have special roots which grow above the ground. We have always heard that trees' roots are below the ground, but in this type of forest, the roots are above the ground, and the wood of this tree is very, very hard. And I told you that Sundari is an important tree which grows here in West Bengal. So, children, this is all about the types of trees and its features. I want you to revise from students' book and read about one of the forest which we have not studied, and about that I will ask you in our online interactive classes. Okay, so revise this chapter from students' book and take care of yourself. Till the next video, bye everyone.